Hello everybody, my name is Mikais, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 3 of the Road to Improvement series. Today, I'm going to be delving into a topic that we've honestly talked about quite a lot on this channel, but I think it's such an important topic that I want to get back into it, and that's how important are vibes, and how important is your mentality. But, the focus of the video today is going to be more the vibes of it. I've talked a lot about mentality, keeping your mental up, not getting tilted, but I haven't talked about good vibes, and I haven't talked about playing for fun and all that. So, this past week, I did a little, I guess you could call it experiment, where I just played for fun, and I just played for vibes. I locked Jett every game, no matter the map. I tried to keep my team's mental up. I still IGL'd, and I still tried, of course, because I wanted to win. But I really focused on not tilting over bad things. If stupid stuff happened, I just laughed. I really was just focused on having a good time and just having fun playing Valorant. And I got this, inspiration to do this from a creator called Keo. If you don't know who Keo is, he does a lot of Valorant speedrunning content with different agents. He does a lot of Radiant stuff. He kind of hovers around Immortal 3 Radiant. And yeah, he's a pretty cool content creator. And he made a video called Should You Try in Ranked? And he took, I think it was 2 days or 3 days of not trying in Ranked and just having a ton of fun, and then full trying in Ranked. And at the end of the video, he decided that you should do both. And I feel like that's a pretty, obvious conclusion. He explained it like this. You need to be able to do both. You need to have good vibes, but you also need to be able to try. But at the end of the day, Valorant is kind of like blackjack, where it's a 50-50. If you have a lot of good teammates, and you know what you're doing, and you have good vibes, you're probably going to win. And if you don't know what you're doing, and you have bad vibes, and you have bad teammates, you're probably going to lose. Because there's a lot you can do in this game, and still lose. You can drop 30 and still lose. But it kind of got me thinking. I was like, maybe I'm thinking about this all the wrong way. Maybe it didn't work for Keo, but it could work for me. To where if I just start playing for vibes all the time, and I just do what I want to do and just have fun, I'll start winning more, because I'm not trying so hard and I'm not getting so tilted. And it didn't really work out that way. I'm down to D3, 60 RR for the first. I'm back to Diamond for the first time in months. I haven't been Diamond in over 2 acts now. Or if I fell to it, it was for a game. It wasn't. I've been Diamond for a few days now. And it still taught me a valuable lesson, though, of enjoying the game and having fun. And I do think that there is something to say from playing the game straight up for vibes and just having a good time while still playing ranked. I still think you need that kind of focus on a team, and you still need to be able to bring out the enjoyment of the game while still keeping the vibes up and still trying. And originally, I've made this script now 3 times, trying to figure out where I wanted to go with this video. Because originally, I was I'm just going to talk about it in the way that Keo did, and then I realized I was kind of just remaking his video for myself, and I didn't really want to do that. And then I tried to delve more into the contents, or the, deeper dive in it, kind of how I did last week with failure and stuff like that, because I do like talking about stuff like that. And it didn't feel right for the video, because this is supposed to be a good vibes video, I just played Jett for a week. I didn't care. I played Jett on Bind, I played Jett on Pearl, I played Jett on everything, and I had a good time, and I had some good games. I was really inconsistent, and I think that's kind of what I realized about playing for good vibes, is that it's really hard to stay consistent, because you're not focused on doing everything right. You're focused on having fun and keeping the vibes up. So I'd have games where I'd go 26 and 10, and I'd just hard carry my team, and it'd feel great, and I'd be like, man, this is awesome. And the next game I'd go double negative, because I was more focused on joking around with my teammates and keeping their mentals up rather than actually playing the game. And so the obvious answer to the question, should you just play vibes for ranked for vibes, is no. You need to be trying, and you need to be focused. But I do think there is something important to say about you should only try to an extent. I do think that vibes are just as important as mentality, and I know that's what all the big creators say. That's what everyone says, you got to keep your mental up and you got to keep the vibes up, but you also need to try. And at first, I honestly didn't think I was going to make this a video at all, because it kind of just feels like I'm talking about what everyone else is talking about. And then I kind of hit it, and I found that little stride, I guess, that little motivation, that little tick of hey, I know how to make this unique. And my take on this is that I don't think it matters as much as people make it out to be. And I know that sounds insane to say, and it sounds crazy to say, especially because I just talked for 4 minutes and 30 seconds about how much it does matter. But at the end of the day, Valorant is an RNG game. And that is just not going to change. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you practice. There's going to be games you just auto-win, and there's going to be games you just auto-lose. So I think for you, and I'm talking to the viewer here, the thing that I've realized is that I'm going to go back to tryharding and ranked, because that's how I play best. And that is how I win the most games, is when I'm trying super hard, I'm IGLing, and I'm focused more on my own gameplay and playing the game to win, rather than keeping my teammates' mentals up. Now, does this mean I'm going to start throwing games and start, not keeping the mentals up at all. No, of course, I'm still going to have fun. I'm still going to have a good time and joke around with my teammates and try to keep their mentals up. But I can't just play for fun. That's just not who I am. I have to have that semblance of, like, this game is to win or lose, and I need to be trying to win this game. I need that semblance of seriousness and focusedness that you just can't have while always playing for fun. But I don't think that's the recipe for everyone. I think it's up to you. I think your recipe for success is yours and yours alone. If you think that only playing for fun and nothing else is what matters and what wins you the most games, then that's what you should be doing, honestly. I think that's what you need to do. You should be the balance of 50% trying, 50% having fun, 70% having fun, 30% trying, 100% trying, 0% having fun. Whatever recipe works for you is what matters most. Because at the end of the day, that's how mentality works. It's different for everyone. So you watch all these videos on mentality and how to keep the vibes up, or how to not tilt, or coping mechanisms, this and that, and yeah. I could talk about it forever. And at the end of the day, like, it's great to watch those videos, and it's great to learn how to improve, but it also just doesn't matter. I'm sorry to say, whatever you need to do to keep your mental up and keep your vibes up and to play your best is what you do. Every person is different. And that's what makes Valorant feel like such an RNG game at times. It's because you'll queue into someone, maybe you're someone who has to try super, super hard. You have to go 100%, like, no jokes, you're locked in, you're calling every little thing out, and that's how you play best. And you get someone on your team who's the complete opposite. They call, but they don't really talk too much. They talk mid-round. They're just doing whatever, bro. They'll team flash and then run it down. But all of a sudden, you guys are still up 8-4 because they're 15-8. And they're just playing amazingly. Because they just have a different playstyle from you. And that's kind of what I realize is, like, that's why Valorant is so RNG based. Because every person you queue into is different. And it doesn't matter what those differences are. And it doesn't matter who those differences might be for. Every person is different. So at the end of the day, you just do what you want to do. Have fun with it. And yeah, that's really all I have to talk about. I got about a minute extra of footage here, it seems like. So yeah, just enjoy the rest of these clips. And if you took any advice out of this video, I hope it's to just play the way that you want to play. Because that's how you're going to play best. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Nice. 80 on Riz. 2v2, 2v2.
Nice, good job.
One enemy remaining.
Not even worried about it. 2.
Nice.
I'm stunned.
Heaven, Raptors.
Slow.
It's stunned everything.
There's one red.
Enemy remaining.
The sky.
Not in yet. No,
Auto,
yeah.
no.
Viper, all.
Player standing.
Two pillars.
Bye, monsieur.
One enemy
Nice.
remaining.
For you, not coming for you.
Nice!